It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this? Song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in them breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need to stop.
Coach from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Rolling.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like,
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Bruce Irvin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long. It's Locke. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And that's caught inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On second down, here's Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a third down.
Let it roll, let it roll. Everyone's got 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out come the Jags. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after, either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback. And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. It's Gurley looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on 1st down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Wentz going to throw. And will be brought down by the Colts.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. Going left side, it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Luck now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. He's going to go for a big play downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now it's Hines. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. His throw at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spinning past him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working and call more of that.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Lott. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough, give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because these defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
31 yards there and a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
This drive is turning to an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while,
and this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offensive getting so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A good pickup there, a 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have
nowhere to go here, he lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Four down. Here we go. 120. Hey, 50 to Mike. Yeah.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain.
Go.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. Look at the spin.
Balance.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They run with Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Over the middle, it's complete. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Hines. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, a 23-yard run. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Set. 180.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Taking it about the 36. And just shedding him off there. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And give them a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They run again with Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Luck. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
3 down. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Shit.
Don't go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Luck gonna throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey. 4 down. Check out.
Throwing is locked. And he connects with Ebron. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. They'll run with Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is. And what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Colts, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Texans.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We them. How to make it in America? Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, and I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. I'm the American dream.